the Afrobeat superstars, they are the big deals in terms of Nigerian music. Every genre other person is doing. In fact, if you are from Nigeria and you go out to say you're an artist, there's every chance they label you as an Afrobeat artist. That is how big the Nigerian pop musicians have been, especially, let's say, for example, the big three. They are very, very big in the market, and you look at how they've been able to like penetrate other markets, and you look at international collaborations. International collaborations is very, very important to them and for them because they are trying to enter other markets that they are trying to penetrate into. You look at the Wizkid, Justin Bieber Essence remix. To an extent, you feel like, why is there a remix? But then you need to understand Justin Bieber is a very, very big, big artist where there are new audience who are going to, his fan base are probably going to latch onto the song and listen to it, right? He even shot a music video by himself. I don't know if there is a record label thing, but there is a market there where you need to, especially if you are trying to blow outside Africa, right? So Afrobeat artists do it for a lot of reasons, new markets, numbers, and also for shows. When you are doing shows in America, you need audience from other people. Probably look at Burna Boy. But I think Burna Boy has the largest white audience outside of Afrobeat. I'm not sure, but I believe so because he's been able to integrate. But then you look at his growth, you look at when the popping started for him with the whole Kanye West album, mixing it with his song, and you look at how collaborations has really worked for Afrobeat artists. But then you look at what is the how do they happen? Maybe some might be assigned to international record label. Then you look at the roster of how many artists they have, and it just suggests maybe you should collab with this person in now. So it's more, it's not that straightforward, but it's still direct compared to if you want to feature random international artists as a Nigerian record label. However, looking at some of the collaborations that has happened for a while now, has it really made like strong impact for both parties? How much of a deal is it for, or let's say for example, an international artist, maybe I don't know which name to use now, but an international artist, what impact does it work for him more or for the Afrobeat artist? That is another conversation for another day. However, I'm not talking about American artists featuring Nigerian rappers and Nigerian artists. I'm just saying so because I looked at the big three's last two projects, right? You have Davido's last two projects were a better time and timeless, right? I looked at Wizkid's last two projects. That's Soundman 2 and More Love Less Ego. Looked at Burna Boy last two projects, Love Damini and I Told Them. Then I started looking at the collaborations that has happened between the popular Afrobeat artists and the Nigerian rappers, right? And I looked at it again and I said, okay, let me look at it. Davido's last two projects does not have any Nigerian rapper on it. The Burna Boy Love Damini and I Told Them had zero Nigerian rapper on it. Ironically, it is very ironic that Wizkid has two Nigerian rappers on his last two projects, which is he had Zlatan on Soundman 2 and he had Naira Marley on More Love Less Ego, right? It's ironic because the whole conversation that happened about Nigerian rappers not being shit or whatever. Shout out to him. Shout out to Nigerian rappers too. But I looked at it critically and I said, how often do these big guys collaborate with Nigerian rappers? Because I've seen some music. I mean, we look at Thames collaborating with the outside one. I mean, it is them that needed her, right? So they asked for her and she was featured on the track. But I'm speaking more of how Nigerian artists feature rappers. I listened to Burna Boy's Thanks. I think that's the last track, not including the bonus of the album. He featured J. Cole on the song called Thanks, right? There's what I think. I am not judging, I am not saying anything for a fact. But I don't think MI can do justice to that song. In fact, the theme of the music, the theme of the track, which was Is This the Thanks I Get, fits well with someone like MI, who is arguably the greatest Nigerian rapper of all time for Nigerians. And a lot of times he gets shit for so many reasons, right? that is a perfect collab. But then again, I remember it's about numbers. It's about new opportunities to new markets. You optimize your whatever to make it. But I get that. But I started looking at it like how much of Nigerian rappers do these Afrobeats big three? How many do they have? Because you look at Wizkid's, we are going by that last two again. Also, this whole thing I'm reading, I'm not making a case for an agenda. I'm just asking. Wizkid last two projects had three international collaborations, two home-based collaborations. That's two Nigerian rappers, three international collaboration, three international rappers. Burna Boy's last two projects, they had like four international collaborations, zero home-based collab. Davido's last two had five international collaboration with rappers, zero home-based. So again, I really want to understand. I understand the cloud part, the numbers part, the new markets part, but I just want to understand why has it been really scarce to have the Nigerian rappers on your project? I'm not saying collabos on singles. I'm saying these are the big three, right? When they release a body of work, international people, international audience listen to them, and that could be a good platform to display the skills of Nigerian rappers. That is what I've been looking at for a minute, and I said, okay, who are the people that feature them in these big three? And it is very, very, very funny that Wizkid, who has had a lot to say about Nigerian rappers, has proven to be the one who has worked with them the most out of all three, based on their last two projects. I mean, you can go back to other project, maybe last five, last six, since maybe anybody's not comfortable with I'm able to arrive at this point. But it's just, I think that's the easiest one I could have done. But I want you guys to just go back, look at the big stars that are big internationally, look at their track list. How many Nigerian rappers do you find there? And this is not to say they are doing bad things with Nigerian rappers. That's another conversation entirely, which is what are the Nigerian rappers not doing to be part of their project? And also, I understand international record label deal might have this, oh, we need to clear this, we need to speak to this, we need to speak to that. But I think it takes a deliberate action to say, let's collaborate more, let's do more. And I think, and you look at Thames featured J. Cole on a new album also. I listened to it, another conversation for another day, of course. But these are questions I've been meaning to ask, and here is what I think. I think there should be a way they can juggle both. I don't know the relationship between Nigerian rappers and all these guys, because I don't know it. There were times when Nigerian rappers were hot at the time, maybe like 2007, 2008, 2009, and Nigerian rappers always had them on their track list, on their albums, on their projects, right? We can name names. We have Wizkid on Reminisce, on all these guys do collab with them, right? But when now that these pop stars from Nigeria are the big deal, I really see it. So here's what I think again. I don't think Nigerian rappers are going to do a poor job to being on their album. And I don't see the reason why they shouldn't collaborate more. But then that is what I think.